And somehow Perella's got to dig down. He's got to find a second wind.
Yeah, it's going to be important to see what the corner told him in between those 2 rounds.
And one thing is for sure, Perella really needs to establish himself. He's got to stop the juggernaut that is John Kelly. He's got to make a statement in this round.
But clearly, Kelly was the abuser in that first round.
It looks like this might just be a part of Perella's anatomy, but it looks like there is a welt on the back of Perella, a pretty big knot developing. I don't know if it was from one of those big, it was one of those big dumps or not.
It could have been.
But you'll see it. It's about the size of a golf ball now.
Oh, yeah.
About in the middle of his back.
Yeah, you got to realize that's about 1,600 pounds of pressure coming down on a man, really. You see that show, Fight Science? They had Tico Ortiz throwing guys down on their back. Came down to about a ton of pressure on your body.
I enjoyed that show when they had Boss Rutan punching.
Boss was great.
When he threw that right hand to see what kind of pressure.
I said Tico. Why did I say Tico Ortiz? I know Tico. I said Tico. I was thinking of Tico
I wasn't
from
going
Bon
to say
Jovi.
anything. That's actually the electricity company here in Florida, so you might not make any fans saying Tico here.
All right. I should be thinking of Jenna Jameson, not him anyhow.
Yeah, what are you doing thinking of Tito in the first place?
Here we go. Look at this, guys. Now, Pearl looks like he's in control. Ken Kelly looks a little gassed.
And that's it. You know, whenever you sense a guy getting a little gas, that's the time when you really have to turn it on.
He looks really gassed. Look at him.
Yeah, he looks very tired.
Like he's being held up.
You know, Perella should try to, you know, he did a leg trip the first time again.
Yeah.
Now Perella into side control. This could.
Kelly's hurt.
There's look at this.
Wrong with Kelly.
Go for the crucifix.
This is interesting.
Wow.
And then a couple lefts for good measure.
Perella's really got a tight position there. It's going to be very difficult for Kelly to get out of this position. He's not really getting a lot of hard strikes just because of the nature of the position, but it's still bad and demoralizing.
It really is. This is like, talk about a crucifixion.
This is what Matt Hughes did to Hoist Gracie.
Yeah.
And, what a nice move. Wow. He's up and he's out of it.
That hurt. And that hurt his head bad.
Nico Perella is hurt. Wow, what a reversal.
Yeah, now that takes a lot of mental toughness to be able to come out of a position like that, then end up on top.
And with one of his signature throws like he did, again, Perella slamming his head into the canvas. Best fight of the night. Oh.
Kelly's looking a little arm heavy though. He's looking like he's having trouble digging down. He's got a position where if he could posture up, he might be able to rain some punches down. But
there goes a good right, and that could do it.
It's over. He knocked him out.
Wow.
At 3 minutes and 44 seconds of round number 2.
He's still down, and he ain't moving too much.
John Kelly has knocked out Nico Perella.
He's not moving, gang.
That first punch is what knocked him out.
You know, it didn't really look like it was that hard of a shot. It just hit him right on the button, and it just turned his lights out. He's still out.
He's still out. And the second one didn't do any good either. And I tell you, it all began with that body down. When he threw his body down after that crucifix, it started with that. He got hit in the back of the head. I think he was on Queer Street from that point on.
You know what? You're probably right. He probably never recovered from that shot where his head hit the floor.
Jorge Ortiz didn't get over quite quickly enough to stop the second punch, but it all happened so fast.
Yeah,
it was too fast.
Honestly, you couldn't tell if he was out or not because he was so tired. He was landing that position anyway.
I mean, look at Kelly's right in front of us, literally sweat dripping on our table.
I know
this guy's dead
to
tired.
move him. I ain't really trying to get his sweat on me.
Yeah, that first punch turned off the lights, and the second punch was an exclamation point.
That was like being tucked in by God. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, this one comes to a close at the 3-minute 45-second mark of round number 2. Your winner by way of knockout from MMA Masters in Miami, John Kelly.
I love it, showing lots of props to Nico. John, I mean, it's hard to explain. It's hard to put into words how good this must feel. We got a sold-out crowd here at the Hard Rock Casino. And for you to have what's easily, so far, I think it's safe to say, fight of the night. And what a big win for you. What's going through your mind right now?
Just I'm very glad to get the victory. Nico was really tough, a lot tougher than I expected. He had me in trouble a couple times, but I figured that I'm not going to give up. Might as well go out hard. So I just tried to get out. Once I got out, I just tried to land a good shot. I got it, thanks to my training partners, my coach, Cesar de Alabama, my jiu-jitsu coach, Daniel Valverde, who taught me a lot better jiu-jitsu than I showed tonight. And my teammates back at MMA Masters. Without them and my family, my wife, my kids, my career, I wouldn't even be here.
All right, let's take a quick look at the end of this thing. I think that it came just in time for you. Your arms were so weary at this point. You were in the full closed guard, trying to posture up, and here comes the end.
Yeah, I knew I could get one around him because he kept blocking. Right like that, he was blocking it. So I knew I had to time it a little better. I figured I'd get some posture, boom, landed, boom. And I saw he was dizzy in the first one. So once I landed the second one, I was just glad I got out this fight on with a victory.
And I'll tell you something, you showed an awful lot of heart in this fight because it's at one point in the second round, he had you in a nasty crucifix. You were in trouble, and you showed incredible concentration and heart to get out of that.
You know what's funny is that's one of my favorite moves. And I was thinking, oh, I can't let him get me in my own move. So I was like, all right, I'm in a bad position. Let me just keep bucking. Then I saw a little opening. Once I got out, I knew I didn't want to get back there again, so I had to stay and win the fight on top.
Well, I know you guys have a lot of love for each other. You're both firefighters. I'm sure you guys are going to have a beer at the end of this one. And with hands like that, can we start calling you Irish John Kelly?
You can call me the Irish Car Bomb. That's what my friends want to call me.
The Irish Car Bomb, John Kelly!